Good morning, guys. All right. Investing. First thing we do is just go to investing.com. Make sure we have no 3-star news this morning. This is FOMC week and rollover week all in one, guys. So yesterday's price action was horrible. So that's why we didn't continue streaming all day. We were just kind of getting wrecked on both ends. So we just called it good and just walked away for the day. So let's just make sure we don't have anything crazy, which I don't think we do. Tomorrow is when Papa Powell speaks, so get a little bit of a Papa Powell action tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So tomorrow could be one of those days where you just, which I may even, and I kind of want to do myself, honestly, just because, I don't know. I feel like this week's just going to be crappy. It's really not a good week to be trading, honestly. A lot of people probably don't even trade this week. Let's see here. Put that in there. We got the statement. So tomorrow they'll make a. What I'd like to see today is if we have a direction, then for FOMC tomorrow they'll just send it back to where it came from. Kind of get those days a little bit. All right. Make sure I don't need none of these pages. Yes, that one. Just want to make sure my microphone is working. Yeah. Hopefully everyone survived yesterday. We did finish down on a Bewley yesterday. That's why we just went in and just call it quits. We just kept digging ourselves in a deeper hole, so it's just best to walk away. Make sure we're on the right account here. What sucks is I tried to take this short pre-market this morning. That freaking thing went down. I'm talking about I was short up at the 50s too. Okay. I just got to make sure I get my stuff set up so I don't take the wrong trade here. So this is going to be the that one's on that one. All right, so that other one needs to be on this one for 6. So 40, 40, yeah. That's the eval, and this is the funded. Make sure. Okay, so I have to change that. That's what I gotta remember to do. Okay, so it doesn't change it automatically. Okay. All right, so I did not get the X. See what Manzini was saying today. I'll have to move all these pages here. And these are my day trade charts. And this is Bewley. I do not know if Manzini switched over to the new contracts. 57. Yeah, it looks like he did. Looks like he did switch over. What's up, RN? How are you doing? So these are the ES levels that we'll be looking for today. So we're looking for a reclaim of 20. It looks like we did break it. We're looking for 56.98 support. It looks like we're kind of pushing down that area to test that. So I feel like if that's kind of probably be our bear bull line, that 56.98. So anything before that, we can look for any kind of short setups over here on the ES here. I'm sorry, I didn't hit the button. Kind of show you what we're looking at. So this morning, if we can push down, maybe have a fake breakout, a failed breakout of this 98 and reclaim, then that can kind of give us our direction for the day most of the time when we're looking at Manzini levels. All right. So we are kind of in a supply and demand zone area all the way down to the 60s. So this is why I was trying to get short this morning, actually. But I didn't have a big enough stop loss because it was pre-market. So this may push down to the 60s this morning, get a bounce. Let me see what the overnight lows were. We might be at overnight low. Okay, so yesterday's lows all the way down at the 7. Here we go. So this is today's low, but yesterday's lows about 100 point. What? Yeah, about 100 points down. It's crazy how these like previous days and yesterday's highs are just really good support levels. Never really looked at these much to trade these, but the more and more I've been looking at them, but it definitely makes it enticing, especially overnight when it doesn't have the volume to push. So I mean, we have like a little. All right. And down here, if we can lose 863, we're probably going to get a push all the way back to those lows yesterday that we were just talking about. Then if we get through here, I mean, it could just be a waterfall today, guys. So just kind of have to get through these first 100 points here. Back to the upside, I mean, there's a lot of red and a lot of support to the upside. And that was just from that choppiness yesterday. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, look, it was just ranging really bad yesterday. I mean, look, I mean, it's just range, a little move, range, a little move. I mean, it was that type of trading yesterday, so it made it super difficult. That's why we didn't continue trading, because I was red in my eval, and I just didn't want to continue just destroying it. So I was like, okay, I just need to stop trading this garbage, because it was just seek and destroy. There was no good follow through. And it'll be like the 7 or 8 candle where you finally get the breakout, but most of the time you're not in it because you done tried it 1 or 2 candles beforehand. All right, guys, the market's open. Sorry about that. Lost track of time. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Java. So what did I say? 863. Let me keep up with that real quick so I don't forget that. Yeah. Let's see if we lose those 860s. We get that push to yesterday's lows, which is about 100 points down. So yesterday's lows is all the way down at the 760s, and we had a lot of consolidation at those 860s. But it's so early in the morning, you know, you try to take this, you're probably, my luck, I'd get wrecked if I try to take this break of the, you know, the fail breakout of the 63. What I could do, I may do on this eval here is look for maybe a retest. Let me get on the 1 minute chart. This is the 5 minute, so. Ooh. Okay. Look at there. So that's that normal action around these supply and demand areas. See, I mean, that's just some pretty wild price action there. I mean, we're just literally slinging freaking 40, 50 points on these 1 minute candles. Java, did you put your accounts away yesterday? Or were you able to come back later that day and find something to trade? Because yesterday morning was just harsh. I mean, that's a nice little bear flag set up, but it's so early. A lot of times these early morning ones wreck me. I get impatient and not wait till probably that first 15 minute setup or that first 30 minutes to get by. Ooh. So it looks like we finally lost that 63 level. And we had a bear flag set up. I mean, you know, you just kind of have to take that on your own risk in that first 5 minutes. Because these candles are just insane. Let me see where we could go since we lost that area. Like I said, we got those 776s down there from the previous day lows. So probably heading to 758 be my guess. Man, look at the dump. That's insane. Just didn't have the boys in me to take that one, guys. Like I said, a lot of times I get wrecked on these early morning trades like this. So since we know that we're probably going to get yesterday's lows, maybe we can get the 90 touch, then a pullback, then a sell off. Maybe we can look for that type of setup. You know, that happens over a lot too. Let's see if that setup can come through there. You know, we see that repeat all the time. So we should look for a push into the 90s. Did it get there? Not quite. It hit the whole number. Like I said, 58's a possible target. Those are like almost equal lows at the 61s, 55s. There's a lot down there at the 55s. All right, there's the 90 push. Now let's see if we can get a push back up into the whole number here. Now, these aren't like funded type trade setups. This is stuff that I look for to take on evals, guys. All of my funded trades have been coming on 5-minute trend line breaks. All right, so we got the 90 bounce. So, man, are we not going to get the pullback deep? Frick no. Oh my God. I was hoping we'd get the pullback into the 10s. It didn't even offer us, man. It just dumped another 20 points. Oh, that sucks. I don't know if that pivot stopped it from going back up into the 10s or, you know, above the 800s or not. Well, that sucks. I was going to try to take that one if it had pulled back just at least to the pivot, but it didn't even get that. Son. All right, so maybe we can get another little bear flag set up. We'll have to see what happens here. We missed the first bear flag. That first bear flag is kind of scary in the first 5 minutes. I mean, it was a perfect little bear flag with the 3 candles, then the deep sell-off, but early morning, that's tough to take in that first 5 minutes. Oh. All right. Did we touch those lows? No, it didn't quite get that 58. Oh, don't get stuck. If it can't go, we'll close this down. It looks like it got stuck at the 80s. I was looking for that 58 push. Yeah, it's got, man, it might have got stuck on us, guys. That's 80s. Had more resistance than I thought. I thought at least give us the 58s there, or 60s. So we're looking for the 58s. All right, so maybe we... All right, so we still got 2. We should get that 58. I'm trying to get it in there before I don't miss it. We'll take 60. And this way, if we do lose that yesterday lows, we'll see what happens, because we could get a bounce right here. See, we tapped it. Let's see if we continue to sell. I wanted to get in this move earlier, but the pullback just didn't happen. But this was a really nice eval type trade. So we still got, and you can tell I'm a lot more comfortable trading on Ninja than I am Quad Tower. Dude, I have been such a struggle bus with Quad Tower that it's been insane to try to learn a whole new trading platform. So it looks like we're just bouncing right off yesterday's lows. So if we can't lose 68s, we're probably going to have probably a big reversal, probably back up into the 800s here. Yeah. Let's see. So we just went 3 points below 58. So that 60 was definitely a good target. So it looks like we got a little bit of the money we got back yesterday on this account, because we lost $100 on this account yesterday. I wish I had the boys to put just to buy this yesterday lows, because I've been going back looking at all those lows and highs, and the bounces and reversals we get off those are just insane. And you can get that indicator free off of TradingView. I mean, that's just where so I mean, if you go back and look at yesterday's, well, today's opening, but what is that? Or even over last night, you know, yesterday highs up here at 165. Like, we went up and hit yesterday's highs this overnight and literally have been on our free for all since then. And then also overnight, we have bounced off of this yesterday lows multiple times. At least I might be looking at that wrong. That was yesterday. No, we haven't. I'm sorry. That was our first time hitting that. So I was looking at yesterday. So nope, that was our first hit on yesterday's lows. So really need a deeper pull back up into the 800s here. So this is also going to be your 15-minute setup here at 760. I feel like that would be a nice setup too, because this is right at yesterday's lows. And so we can break the lows, then come back and retest. Definitely not going to retake this again. Well, the bear flag paid again, but I didn't take that one. Oh my goodness. Just broke the 15 minutes. I don't even know if it's going to offer us a setup on that. Son. Dang. Oh. Left us behind. This thing just literally sold off 70 points. I mean, this thing pulled all the way back to the 800s and just dumped. How? All right, so the next setup is only, man, I don't even think we're going to get it. I mean, you're looking at 60 points back to the upside. So we could go all the way to 631. 631 is probably going to be close to the bottom today. 600, 631 is probably going to be your bottom. Oh, here's the 15-minute close. Never mind. Man, that's so far down. I thought the 15-minute close was back up there. So this is the close of your 15-minute candle, I think. I don't know if it's when it hits or after it closes. It's getting ready to close because I'm thinking maybe I feel like we just need a trending day the day before FOMC. Then, you know, Papa Powell can send it whatever direction he wants. Whew. That's just ugly. We've yet to have that 21 touch back up to 800s, but man, 80-point push up. May lower my wrist down some. Maybe. What is this on? We got 50. Looks like we got a engulfing candle. Another engulfing candle. Didn't know if we would get that push back into the 80s here. You also got a fair value gap back up there too. I want to see what happens here at the non-EMA. The thing about 64 possibly could get stuck though. That's the only thing that worries me. This is just 3 micros here, guys. I was seeing if I could take a couple micros up to that 20 up there, but it looks like didn't want it. Ah, my 3 micros didn't get me. Oh, don't. Man, I bet you that's the bounce for us to move back up there too. Ah, dang it. All right, back to the 15 minutes. I thought we'd get another 20 push there, honestly. That's what I was looking for. Right now, we're still just kind of retesting the. All right, there's our 15 minutes. Ooh. If it comes back above the 15 minutes, we may close. Let's see where we could go here. It's 27. What are you looking for? 27 here. Ah. We got 2 micros left here. Didn't get anything off the runners there, guys. We only was able to get our 10 points. That sucks. I was hoping we would really. Because we could go all the way down to the 27s. Just don't want to be faked out here. We try to enter that short again. So that 15 minutes, the second time kind of worked, but just didn't have a lot of volume. It didn't have like that good follow through. Like I said, I feel like that 620s. Ooh. Wow, that 15 minutes paying a lot better on this third push. Man. Hmm. Still have not got like the really good like sell off all the way down. This may just turn into a trending day where we just have small pullbacks and sell offs. Yeah, I couldn't take that one either. It was so tempting, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I mean, we're just getting little pullback bear flags and just dumps. I mean, that's pretty much the direction of the market at the moment. If you're just looking to scalp 10 points, and the runners haven't been paying that well, but you almost get 10 points every time. I mean, it seems like it's dumping almost 10 to 20 points with every bear flag breakout. Um, uh, I wonder if we will get a bounce off that right there. Let's see here. We've already bounced off that multiple times, though. That's something that worries me. But that's also the 1 hour. So 25, 27 there. Let's see. It's what, 11 o'clock? So we have not had a 21 pullback. Is this finally the 21 pullback back into the 700s? Make sure I'm on the right account. Man, right now the 9 EMA has been just paying 10 points over and over. All right. Push down. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just kind of waiting on the next setup here. Either gonna, we still got 25 minutes for our IBL is set. Remember, every day we also get that 50% pullback, and we still got this big fair value gap up there we can clear out. Let's see. Unfortunately, we were only up $49 because we had to get back that one trade we lost a while ago. All right, there comes the 20 finally. Now we can look for the, like I said, these are just setups I take on eval. So let's just say we push above this 20, then we come back and retest that 9 EMA, then move back above the this 21. I may try to take a long above the 21. That's only if that plays out. I mean, this could be the bear flag up to the 21 to sell down to those 20 levels that I was looking for a while ago. Because we have not touched that 27. That 27 was a target to the downside that we were looking for here, or 30. Because every day we almost get that 50% pullback. All right, so we finally hit that 20. See if we get the push down here or the push up. I hate that it looks so choppy like that. That makes it a little scary, guys. Let's see. I don't really want to risk a lot on this trade because it still could dump here. Because we're struggling to get above that 604s. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out here on this one. I'm going to be right there below the 9 there. I'm still holding. If we lose that 9 EMA, we'll close this trade here. Because you got to have that 9 hold up. Because this could be the dump back down to those 30s and 50s. I was hoping once we had this, it's going to go. We would have a push up to the 50 EMA there. Okay. That's going to suck if it hits that and goes right back up. It takes me out. Nope. Oh, that was dirty, guys. It's probably still going to go up. I don't guess that a big enough stop loss. Dang. I was using micros anyway, W trades. I pretty much just use micros all the time. I don't hardly ever use minis. Oh, that's the 15 minutes. That's what we're getting held up on. That was the close of the 15-minute candle there at the 709s. So we're just still kind of just bouncing around that 15 minutes there.
Unknown caller.
Oh, I gotta take this call. Be right back. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the mic muted. I forgot I turned the mic back down. Sorry about that. Sorry. Didn't realize I had it muted. So basically, my wife got an fender bender last week, and so that was the insurance adjuster. Kind of going through that whole process. Then Thursday, I don't know if I'll be streaming because we're having a new roof put on our house, so there'll probably be a lot of banging. So I don't know if it'll be even possible to stream with all that going on above us. Now I wonder if this is finally going to be our 50 touch all the way up at the 25 here. I was looking for that 50 push while ago before we got stopped out. Yeah, I guess I forgot to unmute my mic and I was sitting here talking to myself for a few minutes. Yeah, this week is going to be a super tricky week. We're debating if we want to even stay on our funded accounts, honestly, because of it being FOMC week. We got rollover week. So we've been just kind of debating if we want to just stay away from our fundeds because I am like, I don't know what, one trade away from one payout and a 2 trades away from another. So we're just being super cautious. I mean, you can see the price action we're getting. It's super tough. No good follow through. Small body wicks. I don't know. It's just not the greatest price action. So here's the accounts. These are the 2 accounts that were fairly close. We're a little over 26,000 here, 26,300 here. So hopefully, I'm thinking about just waiting until Monday just to get through rollover week and get everybody on the same contracts. Cause I know anytime we have the contract rollover, yeah, it's going to be a horrible week of trading. I think we're just going to strictly do evals only this week. So this was almost kind of like the setup I was looking for earlier. Like we hit the 20, bounced back, hit the 9, and we had to push through the 20 and probably going to make maybe the push up to the 23 there. I say that, but like I said, nothing has really worked out that great today as far as setups go for eval setups. I'm using just Apex Copy Trader W trades. The one that installs on Ninja. Now, if you want to copy trade multiple prop firms, Quantower is probably the one that you would do. It's like $30 a month. Where's the 50, 20 something up there? I hate that the 15-minute close is so close to the 50 EMA. You don't have an account with Ninja or Apex? You don't have to have an account with Apex to get their copy trader. for Ninja. I'm not sure what other copy traders are for Ninja, but I'm pretty sure there's multiple. Quad Tower has a free one that I've never used. Methodical Man told me about the free one they have, but I don't have multiple accounts to trade with them. Oh, no trading account right now. Oh, okay, I can see. Well, you can always trade and practice your setups and stuff on sim accounts. That's probably what I would do, just to kind of keep that rhythm going. Just use a sim account. Which, no, I guess some of those require data, so I don't. Nope, never mind. You still have to have some kind of eval. What I'm using now to trade with W Trades is Bulanox, Apex, and Day Trade. This is my Day Trade account, which I have two accounts, but one I messed up when I signed up, and you have to trade on another platform. I try to take some little trades pre-market, so lost like $75 on here. We're up $700 total overall on this 25K. So let's see if we can get it back. Man, it's so close to that 50 EMA, and I'd be scared to take it there. Now, if we can hit that 50 EMA and kind of get a pullback here, then maybe we might make a run up to the 60s up here for that session mid 50%. Ooh. Yeah, the entries are really tough right now. I feel like you're just kind of jumping in on a whim and praying that it may go up. Like it's so the price action is horrible right now, man. Like I don't think I ever have good weeks trading on rollover week, so that's why I try to let everybody know that stops by. Like I don't even some of the stuff that usually works on like normal days. It just seems like whenever we have rollover and FOMC, like nothing wants to work. So we're just kind of trading sideways at the moment. Usually I like this is the kind of setup sometimes I look for, but like I said, it's just just kind of stuck in this box at the moment. We almost got to that 30 level we talked about. We missed about like a point or two, and it bounced 70 points off of the supply and demand down here. Oh yeah, definitely avoid the Papa Pile day. That is one of my things too. W trades. If you are going to trade, I prefer to have a 90% eval. Anything over a 90% eval, I probably wouldn't even trade. It would have to be like a super cheap account. And so it's probably going to be my day trade account over here because I got this account for $12. It's like a $12 eval. So it's probably one of the cheapest. They had a really good special going on last week where you can get $12 accounts. So day trades, I don't know if you've ever used them W trades, but there is one of the co-owners of Apex, where he used to be, and he started his own prop firm. So it's pretty much like Apex, same rules, most of the time the same price, but the specials they have is so like spontaneous and usually not that long. So unfortunately, I picked up 2 accounts, but I signed up for a non-Ripnik account, and I would have to trade that on a total completely platform. But you also have to use Quantower. So this is why I've been trying to get better at Quantower. So I do struggle with Quantower because, like yesterday, I started myself out in a hole. I chose the right direction, but for some reason I hit the buy button. I thought I'm like about to be in a winning trade, and I look over, I'm down $150 because I didn't hit the short. Whew. Run the wick. I wonder if we'll get that push up right here finally. We got a wick all the way back down at the 34s too. Okay. I didn't know you were in a different country. What country are you in, W Trades? All right, here's that pull up here. Okay. I've never been out of the United States, so I've never visited any country. I don't even own a passport. I barely leave my region where I live. Like I think I stay within a couple states usually. Man, that 67 looks pretty enticing for that 50% pullback, but I don't like how close to 50 EMAs here. So this is the only thing that scares me away from this trade here. I guess we can wait and see if we get above it here. Even these EMA trades, some I take on the evals are looking pretty kind of crappy today. No, I don't. I'm not really a big traveler. I pretty much just stay around I pretty much stay in my city for most part. I'm supposed to go visit a methodical man and my mother next week down in Georgia. So that's about what I have to go through. I know you don't probably know these states, but Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. So I'll travel through like 4 states to get there. That's probably like the most of my traveling that I do. And the only place me and my wife mostly go to vacation on is in Alabama, the beaches down there off the in the Gulf. I have got into ATV riding, so I've kind of me and my wife, I was supposed to go with my daughter this weekend, supposed to go four-wheeler riding. And that's probably about an hour from here. We got like a big ATV park about an hour from here with a bunch of trails and dirt roads and kind of thing to ride. That, and we also have a lot of bike trails here. And my wife bought me a really nice electrical bike for Christmas. I've been doing electrical bike riding too, also. Yesterday was the first bike ride I've been on in a while just because we're trying to get through winter. I want to get me a little Go camera or something so I can start recording all the trails and stuff that we have here in town. So we did hit that 50 EMA. So I'm still kind of thinking that freaking session mid is a possible target here to the upside if we move to the upside. Yeah, I just started doing that this year. Before that, I didn't really have no activities I really like to do. It all started when my wife bought me that electrical bike for Christmas, and I started riding it on trails. And we also have bike trails, and I kind of started doing that. Then I started watching four-wheeler videos. I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. So I went and bought a four-wheeler. Man, it's so tempting to take this long up to the 60s here. No, I probably need to. I haven't done the whole gym thing probably since my 30s. I started getting injuries, so I stopped going. Like I hurt my shoulder lifting weights, and every time I lift the weights, it would just sit there and just grind and grind. And so then I hurt a chest muscle, and I don't know, just one thing led to another. It kind of just got me out of going to the gym. Then about 3 years ago, I got plantar fasciitis. I don't know if I say that correctly. I say that weird every time I try to pronounce it. In my foot, and like the back of my heel of my foot, it still even hurts every now and then if I walk on it a lot. So the unfortunate, of the late 40s, because I'm 47. So I know the older you get, the little injuries start just piling up. Ugh, this is, woo. Do I want to? Oh, I thought about, man, that thing just barely missed my target, guys. Come on, 50%. Don't let me down today. Just want to make sure I give it enough room. Come on, get it. Oh, not a. Oh, these one ticks have been driving me insane, guys. I've been getting ticks so much lately. There we go. Goodness. So I'm thinking maybe a run to that 60 up there, 67. We're going to look for 50 here. Unless it stops us out. Got these wicks up here also. Unfortunately, if it stops us out, we'll probably just be back at break even. Like I said, we lost 75 bucks on this account pre-market this morning. It's stalling. Yeah. Re-rack. Okay. Well, we may try to jump back in with 2 micros then, if it does that. We'll jump back in with 2 micros and see if we can get that push up. We'll just keep it low. There's the 10s. So we just jumped back in with 2 micros, pretty much what we had in it before it stopped us out break even. Did I hit the wrong button again? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Like I said, we're still in this for 2 micros at the moment. Looks like if it stops us out, we'll probably just be right back to where we started at, about $70 down. So this is a small 25K. We still up about what, 668, 600 bucks still in this account. So we still have a little bit to play with. Oh, it wicked us out. Yeah, it hit my stop loss there. I know. I definitely thought we were going to the 67s on that. Lost the 90s. I mean, I would think we run that wick at the 33s possibly. Oh, come on. Oh, I got my drawing tool stuck on here. Something. I don't know what the... God, I don't know how to get that off. I can't even move none of my stuff. What the crap? How do I get that off? Like I said, I'm super new. There we go. Here we go. It's like, come on. I can't even move none of my stuff. Like for some reason I got my drawing tool stuck on. I don't know how to turn that off. Oh, come on. Does anybody know how to turn that off? Oh well. I don't think I got control over the flat button at the moment. I haven't been trading live accounts on Quad Tower because I'm still trying to figure them out. I can't. Did that do it? No. I can't even control none of my accounts or move my stop losses or anything, guys. Oh, there it goes. Now it wants to work. We can't run these wicks down here. This is what I was hoping we would push down and run for if we were going to move back up. So if it looks like it's going to stay bearish back up towards the 80s and 90s, we may have to flatten this one sooner. Because it's finding support at the 70s. And I understand we got a lot in this area here. All right, so free trade now. Sorry about all the drawing mess. I have no idea how that even happened. I got nervous. I wanted to. Yeah, I did 10 micros. This is that $12 eval. Unfortunately, I'm only up $20. Like I've been kind of just going back and forth. So I'm not even really up a lot on it right now, W trades. We didn't just kind of break even. We'll win a trade, lose a trade, win a trade, lose a trade type deal. And it's because of the price action like this. The price action's been so tough, like I said, FOMC week, so it makes it tough. We're going to go back down to 3 to 6 micros now. Let me see, how do I take up some of this stuff off of here? I mean, I was still hoping we would run this wick down at 34. This was the area I was hoping for. Who are you trading on W Trades? Are you using Quantower also? So this kind of looks like the range that we've been trading in. What's that? 650 to 717. So if we're going to move back down, I don't want to see this go all the way to the top of this range. You want to see it go about half, 50%, then push back down if you're still looking for shorts. All right, let's see if it works out for us here. If we regain the EMAs, we'll shut this down. But I see this trade play out a lot too, where you're ranging, and that one leg that does not get back to the top and starts going down, most of the time it'll go back down to the bottom of the range here. Nothing's 100%, but I'm just saying, just from just watching it. That doesn't happen too often with that $12 account. They just do that every now and then. W trades. So I think it's like $20 or $30 right now. Oh my goodness. Come on. Yeah, it's 31 now. That was last week W trades. If I see the special again, I'll try to post it on the YouTube post thing. And man, literally got within like a point or two of our take profit. All right, looks like we're going to have to shut this one down. I'll give it to a 67. So about 10 points. Okay, we had to shut that one down. That's going to suck if it hits that 21 EMA, then goes back down. Yeah, these are just eval trades. So like this is definitely no fun. Oh, come on. No funded type stuff. These are not really like setups that I would recommend taking on funded. This is just stuff that I'll do with evals just to try to get them past quicker. Wow, this thing's some crazy price action here. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get above the 700s. Above 709 is where you need to be. W trades, I don't think anything has worked out today, man. Everything's been just kind of seek and destroy today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't trade on account that matters. That's why we're just using cheap evals. We have taken no funded trades today. Just trading cheap evals. We had a cheap Bewley eval we were trading, and this day trade cheap eval we were trading. But right now we're back in the red. Do we finally get the break to the downside? Hannah took this freaking twice already looking for the push down. Got stopped out. So definitely no good follow through with these moves and moves down. Like everything's within like 5 or 10 points. Retract 5 or 10 points. So oh goodness, what time is it? Almost top of the hour. We still got the opening range low down there. The IBL is sitting at 634. I guess we did touch the IBL. So most of the time, if you touch it and we stay above it, we could be moving to the upside. Most of the time, that's what a lot of time happens if we touch the IBL and we can't break it. And we're also in the last 10-minute macro time. So most of the time, they are a move here in this last 10 minutes. I mean, we got a gap fill all the way at the 709s. I mean, you can kind of look at the 5 minutes over here. I mean, it's just oh yeah, Eric, I've been getting chopped up myself. We've been going up and down on this one day trade. Oh, we're down like 170 bucks on hours now. Luckily, we're still up about $500. So, but yeah, everything's being just super choppy today, which it's normal. You know, we there's the sell off, but it's so hard to catch that, man. Look at me, opportunities that it finally sold off, then it breaks. It's so hard to catch these. So that's why we're strictly doing nothing but cheap evals today, Eric, just because it's FOMC week and rollover week. all at the same time. And usually I never have good weeks on those weeks. All right, so let's see. The 68s, not 68s, 27 there. Wow, we sold right through that level. I swear I thought we would bounce out of that. Oh, it disappeared. We already did. So 601. $602. See, I wasn't sure if we would have a nice bounce out of this area here. The next bounce is possibly, because this is a 1 hour support and resistance, is at the 602s. Where's the initial balance at? Let's see, my initial balance. 34. Did we already hit the 34? Yeah, that was the retest there. So that'll be your initial balance retest here at the 634s. I just hated that it's so close to this 37 range here. I mean 27. See what happens. Didn't quite get there. We'll try it here. We'll see if the initial balance works. If it gets back above 27, we'll close this down. Like I said, this was the initial balance retest. This is usually about a 60 or 70% win rate on these. And so if it gets back above 27, we'll probably shut this trade down. See if we at least get one of our targets. Oh, so close. Man, the follow through has been horrible today, guys. All right, break even now. My goodness. We may bounce at 602. 602 is my last target down. This still was a very tough, like, just get down there trade. Like, see how hard it just took just to get those 10 points? All right, so nothing on that last runner. I don't even know if that got us back to break even. Oh, wait, let's see if it, because we were down. Yeah, so we're still down $47 on this account. Well, how do I get that off? Somehow I got that stuck on there. Let's see, charts. No. Sorry, guys. I lost my charts. I don't know how to get them back. We'll just use these for now. We'll have to fix it real quick, though. All right. Futures. Q. What the crap? I got the right ones. Let me see if I can. Oh, I see what. I see what happened. Okay, I got it. I got it. I was like, how am I getting that off there? All right, so that was a nice little retest of that 34, which was your initial balance. I don't really have it marked out very well on this chart. I'm looking at over here on Ninja where I got the IBL set up at 634. I don't ever take these on funded trades either. Most of these setups that we're calling out today are just strictly eval trades. I'm thinking that, man, this could be the bottom and we could just go straight back up possibly. Lower my wrist down a little bit and see. I want to see if we stay above the 34s here. We got to stay above the 34s and 27s. I want to see the classic where it hits the 21 EMA, just right above it, then pull back, hit the 9. Then once we get back above the 20, that's a lot of times where I'll look for the entry. So this was a support and resistance on the 1 hour. So this is how I chose the 102 level. If you look right here, it's the middle of the range of this right here. We didn't quite get there. We got to about 7. We hit 3. So we missed our target by about 2 or 3 points on that last push down. It didn't quite get us to these 601s. And this is on an hour. So most of the time, it's really tough to get through this when you're looking at your hour support and resistance. So this is why I said that this could possibly be the bottom here. I'm not saying bottom for the day, but for the bottom for a decent move to the upside possible. If we start losing like the 602s and losing this 527s, the next target on that area would be 577. top of the long red candle way up here. Whew, that's up there. I try to keep my if I take more losses, I try to keep my losses fairly small trades, because I'd rather just keep them small. That way I can just look for the big move to get it back. All right, there comes the 20 touch. We hit the 20, 647. Let me look up the ninja charts and see where our 50's at. The 50 on the 1 minute chart is at 71. All right, let's see. Hit the 20, pull back, see if we find support here at the 9 EMA. Boy, the reversals have been stubborn today, guys. Let's see. Where did I enter that? 56. It should at least get our 10 points out of this. All right, let's see if we got to have one more 20 touch here. I missed our target just by a few points on that one, guys. All right, first target hit. I don't really have one, honestly. Probably my favorite, as far as if you like good customer service, is probably Buell Knox. If you want someone to respond to your emails, and you know, if you have any issues, they usually get back fairly quick. But most of all of my most of my stuff is with Apex. So right now I have what, 5 Apex funded accounts. I had 6, but I blew one a few weeks ago, And we still got the one Bulanox funded. So we still have 6 funded accounts. This company here, I've just recently started using these guys just because they were cheap to have a. I did it because I was trying to learn Quantower. I'm not really used to trading on this platform. The platform that I usually take most all my trade is on Ninja. But I've been trying to learn Quantower lately because what it is, I'm trying to have my funded accounts set up here on the side in case a setup happens, but I can still trade evals over here on Quantower. So if you ever see me trading Quantower, this is rarely will be a funded account. These would just be a eval. And my funded accounts are most of the time over here on Ninja. So it looks like this runner is not going to get us anything, guys. What I was looking for is that 50% pullback. May risk a little bit more. How much were we up first? I think we were in a red on this account. Let's see, where's it at? Count. Okay, so yeah, so we're still down like $9 on this account. Had to dig ourselves out of a little hole because we got down about $170. So we'll probably still be in the red a little bit if this stops us out. And this is just one micro left. I wish I had another contract in this. If we can print, I'll probably go to break even. This way we don't. Is there a setup on the 5-minute here? Excuse me. Wow, it cleared out the top of that gap there at 75s. There's a huge imbalanced gap there. That's what it filled in. Like I said, we're just still stuck in this trade for 1 micro. So we're in it for what, 12 points just at the bottom of this wick, and it could run this wick possibly. That looks like a possible target. It may run that wick then reverse, but this way we're still in this just for $24, so we'll still be in the hole a little bit because it looks like we're what, negative, probably be negative $5 or $6 on the account. It looks like it maybe want to pull back up. It's kind of like we're on a 5-minute trend line here. Sorry about that. We're just kind of watching the 5-minute charts over here too. Man, for 10:30 or 11:30, we sure have lost a lot of volume. I was watching this 5-minute trade. Like I said, guys, I've been taking all my funded trades on these 5-minute breakouts, but I haven't traded them long enough to where I was saying, hey, I feel comfortable telling people to take these funded trades on these 5-minute breakouts. Because I've only been doing this for a couple weeks, where I've been watching the 5 minutes a lot more. We kind of expect the little 90 drama here. I'm thinking, you know, we may get some resistance here at the whole number. So I was trying to take 2 contracts off here, and that'll leave me 1 contract for that swing all the way up to 750s if we get that today. Because here comes the 90 drama. We could get a pullback all the way to the 80s. Just because it's the 90. Anybody knows me, I always talk about the 90. A lot of times I don't even like taking trades around the 90, especially if you're in the 80s. Taking trades into the 90s like a death sentence sometimes. Or if you're taking a trade into the 90s from the hundreds into the 90s, because most times it bounces right back up to the freaking 10, 15. That sucks. Oh, there's the 77. I don't know. We're trying to hold, guys. No. So it may just be a $200 trade. Yeah, we ended up with 261. Oh well, we're just hoping for at least a $400 trade on that. All right, so that would be my 1 funded trade for the day. Watch this thing go right back up. Let's see. Don't really want to be in this for more than like $20. It stops us out here. This was kind of an ugly 5-minute trend at that. This will probably be the push that will hit my 700 target. This is pretty normal. Whenever we hit that 90, we'll have like a deep little pullback. Then the second time, most of the time we go through. So we'll probably push through this time. Oh, excuse me. Okay. This here is probably going to be my last trade of the day. So this one will either be a winner or a loser. Like I said, if it stops us out, I think we're going to be in the hole a little bit because we're only up $24. We've been kind of all over the place today with this eval because I've been trading it more aggressively. So, like I said, I think at one time we were down $200. We brought it back, and now we just have one little micro runner that we're trying to shoot for this target up here. This is an indicator that I have in my Discord that I use every single day because I like trading off the IBL and the session mid there, especially on evals. Now, I don't usually take these on funded account trades, but my evals, yes. So this is why we're targeting up there the 30s and the 40s. So Almost every day we get a push back up to the 50%. So what this is your 50% pullback on Fibonacci. But anything can happen on Papa Powell's week and rollover week. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go take my dog outside real quick. Put her in the backyard. Be right back. Sorry. All right. What's up, Outer? How are you doing? Have you taken any trades today? We're looking for that 50% pullback at the moment. Nice. Hey, today, if you can just get one winner and walk away, that is the key for the day, because FOMC's tomorrow. So tomorrow morning is probably going to be even a bigger crap fest of trading tomorrow morning until after Papa Powell gives his statements of the interest rates. And on top of being rollover week, I didn't even think people that did, I know, you know, it's been a while, because I think I saw where, you know, I know ICT doesn't like doing rollover week either. So I didn't know if you ever followed that Outer. I know I never have any luck on rollover week. Anytime I try to do rollover, I just struggle all week. I mean, even this week has just been a struggle, like 50-50 trades, like win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I mean, that's pretty much how it's been on this account today. So I think at the most I was down 174. I was down 174, and I'm just now up $40. But like I said, could still end up in the red if it comes stopping me out, because I'm just shooting for this bigger win here, since it's just one micro. If you're looking at the 5 minutes, we have what? The 21 EMA there at the 699s on the 5 minutes. Now we did just take a 5 minute long outer on the funded account with Bewley, and we got 263. Yeah, 273. Yeah, 273 on the funded account. But I didn't trade none of the Apex today. I think I'm going to not trade any of the Apex until next week. Because, you know, I'm only 2 trades away from that $1,000 payout. So I think we're just going to wait with that. And if I take any funded trades this week, it's just going to be with Bewley. I don't want to dig my counts back in a hole and have to get them back out like I did that one. Because that one that I'm just 1 payout away, I actually had like 5 straight losing trades with that thing. And I was like 2 winning trades away from a payout. And I went all the way back and had to freaking start over again. Not 100% start over, but pretty far back. So I had to stop trading that account and just trade other stuff to kind of get that mentality of losing trades off your shoulders. You know how it is when you start losing, it seems like every trade just goes that way for you. Evals don't really stress me to lose those, but fundeds, yes. All right, so this is the second, third, fourth time we hit the 90s. This should get a little blast here. We're just shooting for these highs up here at the 30s. So I think that's just what we're going to target. And I feel like we could possibly push all the way back up to the 52s. I say this happens almost every day, so it probably won't happen today. You know, we discussed this quite a bit where I said we usually get that before you pull your Fibonacci. And so this will be your 50% pullback here to 752. And I got this entry by that one thing where the trade pushes up, hits the 21 EMA, pulls back, finds support at the 9, then when it pushes back through the 20. So this was that type of setup that I look for with evals to get into longs or shorts. If this gets above 700s, we'll probably start moving our stop loss up so we don't completely, well, maybe we'll lock in a little bit here so we're not completely not getting anything. I really don't want to be too close to that 21 EMA in case it comes back. Aw. No. All right, we'll go to the swing lows. Barcode. No doubt about that. Oh, well, it's going to stop us out. Oh, my goodness. That's super bearish. It's only a matter of seconds. Because it has a wick all the way back down here that we can sweep the wicks back below 50. Oh, well. We held that trade for a long time. We did give up a lot of points because we were up almost freaking 50 points on this trade. And we only took less than 10. But hey, we're back in the green. All of 20 bucks, guys. All of 20 bucks. So we did not make very much progress on this account. So we did pretty much just where we started out at because we had about $600 or $700 in this account already. Then I did take the 1 5-minute trade over here on the funded account, which I didn't really do that on stream just because, like I said, I just started really focusing on those 5-minute trade breakouts, but it was back down here. It was still kind of an ugly setup. It really did not have a lot of good legs in it. So you really want them to be like this. Then if it breaks out here, you know, you shoot for these swings. But yeah, this was an ugly 5 minutes. Outer, are you already are you on the new contracts already, or are you still trading old? It's very rare that we push above the IBH this much and we go back down and touch it. So this is why I was thinking that we were just going to stay long today, because most of the time if we push below your IBL and we push back up at like 30-40 points, let me get that off so you can see better. Most of the time we don't ever push back down there. We just continue higher. And you can see we broke below the IBL, which is your 30-minute candle initial balance, or 1 hour into the trading session. Then we broke back above it. A lot of times this is why I look for longs back above the IBL, because you're trading back into your 30-minute candle. But like I said, these are just eval setups only. No funded setups with those. Man, it looks like it's creating another little bear flag right there. I've actually been thinking about doing one of those bigger accounts with Apex Outer, because you can buy a funded eval for the same prices of 50 right now with Apex. So I've been thinking about doing their 250s. Woo, almost left that on there. Now that is one thing with Quantower. If you got little stop loss setups, if you take from your initial order and place those places, those things do not close out. Yeah, I've only ever had one 250K account and I ended up blowing it. Where I struggle with the larger amounts, I always end up over leveraging too bad sometimes. Just a Man, I almost wanted to try this push down. I just couldn't push the trigger. I'm just not sure if we're going to bounce here at the 60s. So that's kind of what made me not want to take this bear flag breakout here. Just because we have hit this 60 so many times. You can kind of go to the left. We done probably bounced off this 60 20 something times already. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we've bounced a lot between 50s and 60s here. And I'm not sure how much day trade charges. I think they charge similar to what Apex does for their funded accounts. I know what day trades, you only can have 3 funded accounts. But I think you get bigger withdrawals. So that's something that is considering, because like with Apex, if you get to say the 26,600, you can take $500 out as long as you leave like $1,100 in for your buffer. With day trades, I think you can take up to 1,000 out and leave $600 in there for buffer. At least I think I have that right. I was kind of looking at their payout rules the other day. And I only started using day trades because, like I said, they had $12 evals. I wanted to get 2, but whenever I signed up, it's kind of like with what is it, Ninja. If you sign up for the wrong one, like I thought I was signing up for a Ripnik account and I wasn't. And what I was signing up for, which is similar like what Top Step has. I don't know if Top Step does it different because I haven't used it since they did that X, but it's where they have their own trading platform they use. And what it is, they give you bigger discounts if you trade on their platform. But it's only like $1 or $2. So you can, I actually, like I said, I bought one for $11, which I'm not even trading because I would have to trade on that page, which I still may eventually, but I haven't. Then the one that I got was $12.50. So, like I said, for Thursday, I haven't decided if I'm going to stream yet. We're having a new roof put on our house, and so our new shingles or whatever you want to call it, and so I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of hammering or nail guns popping all day, or scraping shingles off the roof. Then next week, I know all next week we probably won't be streaming every morning because I'm going to Georgia this weekend to visit my mom because she's probably going to have like a surgery this weekend. So I probably stop by Methodical Man's a few times, then pretty much just hanging out with my mother mostly next week. I told Methodical Man I may come over his house and stream some power hours or something. Yeah, she's going to have what is it? Probably hearts, those stents possibly put in her heart. She's supposed to find out today what the next step's going to be. But we'll definitely have to do some pop-ins over at Methodical Man or something. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on lately for myself, more than usual. So got that. Then my wife got into not a bad car wreck. She just had someone hit the side of her car. So we're kind of dealing with that. Then we have a pet that's tore his ACL and it hurt her leg. So probably going to have dog surgery pretty soon too. So it just seemed like we had a lot just kind of go on, kind of happen all of it one time. So I've definitely been distracted by that stuff lately, especially yesterday. Which is all fixable stuff. We'll get through it, move on, and hopefully this summer will be good times. I am going four-wheelering this weekend with my daughter, so that should be fun before I leave out for Georgia. That's something new that I just started this year also. My wife bought me a nice electrical bike, and I started riding on trails, and we have a bunch of bike trails in our city. And then I started watching four-wheeler videos, so I went and bought a four-wheeler. Then my wife got a four-wheeler, so now we have two four-wheelers that we've rode once this year, but this weekend I think I'm going to go with my daughter, ride Saturday. Then Sunday is when I'll be leaving for Georgia. On top of that, we got FOMC week and rollover week outer. That even makes it harder. Look at this price action in candles. This crap is just ugly as crap. You're lucky to get 10 points. Today is definitely one of those days. If you can get 5 to 10 points, I mean, that is it without having deep pullbacks. Whew. Like I said, I don't think we're going to take any more trades today. We took that last one within hopes of kind of pulling back to the 50% mark. So I'm just kind of watching price action. And I may just leave it my charts because we may wait for a 5-minute setups if we get something later today. Sometimes around lunchtime or after 1 o'clock, we may get like a 5-minute setup for another funded trade here. So we could have another pushback down into the 20s here. So this was the bottom this morning. Remember where I said that 602 is probably going to be your bottom? And we sold up 100 points. Exactly 100 points from that 602 level. Actually, it didn't hit 602 because I was targeting the 602 because I was in this short because I took the IBL short this morning. I got my 10 points, but we didn't quite we hit the 604, so we missed our target by 2 points this morning on that short there. Let's see. Yesterday's low. All right, there comes your initial bounce. No, definitely the setups are very tough today. Just have not had good follow through. Even most of the stuff that I like to take, like nothing has really worked out that well. I mean, I might have gotten lucky to get my 10 points, but as far as that, that's about it. We have not had no like good runners today for good profit at all. Below that 627, man, that 602 down there seems pretty enticing down there. Or even below the 634 here. may try to jump in with 1 or 2 micros. We'll see what happens with these levels here. Because we could possibly run these lows down here at 602. There's the 604s. Comes the 27s. That scares me taking it around that level too. I'm waiting to see what happens with this 27. Oh, you don't trade the afternoon? I guess it is. It's almost lunchtime, huh? It's like 12 o'clock here for Eastern time. That's some pretty... That was a lot of bullish action there. I mean, we went from just barely 10, 15 point candles to what? A freaking 20 point ripper? Actually, I think that thing hit in the right spot. I had it in the wrong spot. 628 was the bounce. Excuse me. Woo. All right, we pushed above the 20. Let's see if the non-EMA holds here. If we at least get our 10 points out of this. Yep, 10 points. All right, so that was pretty much some of the way that I try to get in my longs on eval. So look, we had the push up through the 9, through the 20, come back, find support at the 9 EMA. Then once we start pushing back above your 20, I try to get long. I don't know if the runner is going to happen here just because the day's price action has been pretty tough. Let me sell one. I'm going to try to sell one contract off somewhere so we don't lose the whole thing. We're just going to go to break even. Oh, come on. I can't stand this with the price action sometimes with All right, so if you use Quantower, you cannot make this mistake because it does not remove your contracts off. All right. Stop up here. Did it not go on? Ah. We got stuck here last time, the 90s, and we missed out. That's where we got stuck in that last trade that we're up 40 or 50 points. Man, this thing looks strong. Do we I'm so tempted to try the 50s here. Make sure there's nothing else up here to fight. Okay. 61. We got stuck here last time at the whole number. And it may happen again. All right, get through the 90s. I think if we can get through the 90s and 700s, we should get a nice little push. All right, so we're actually going to finish in the green, guys. We're up 150 at the moment. Oh, a higher low here. You think we might get some reversal here? Oh, no. The old 90. The 90. Come on. We'll put it right below this 21 EMA in case it doesn't continue. I feel if we can get through these 702, 700s, we should get a nice little push here. If we get above 700s here, I'm probably going to take my stop loss to 90. I need to get above 710 is what I would like to see. So I did figure out how to turn the messaging off if you do use Quantower. So if you go up here, I don't know if you see it. You see that little messenger thing? Just pop that up and hit do not disturb. And that's how you get those things off that was messing with me earlier this week or last week or whenever that was happening. I think it was last week, yeah. Come on, 80. We need 77 to hold. No lower than 77. All right, we're about to retest the 21 EMA. We'll probably get stopped out here if it goes through. I'm just going to take the 10 points that I got left on here and just probably walk away after that. So overall, the trade did, give you a nice move. So my entry was at 61. We got all the way up to, 96? So almost a 35-point move. So like I said, we need to break the top of this range here at 700s. Then we got a big gap fill in here at the 710s from earlier this morning. So we might have some some resistance there. Can you swing low? Yeah. We get through that level there, we should get an, oh, come on. We wicked above it. Come on. We may have to pull back on the 710s. You know how that 710s is. Oh, there we go. Go. Order block. Protect. We're just going to target 730. So that would be 70 point move. And I'm doing that because we might have some resistance there at 30s, because on the 1 minute chart, that's where your 200 moving averages hit. A lot of times we'll hit that, then have a little pullback. So trying to take our profit before we hit that there. So this will give us 40 points here at 700. We may just do that. Dude, come on. He's like 4 points away. All right. That push may get it right there. Oh, I thought we were going to have a little bit more go-go there. Come on, you want the 632. Dude, insane. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. I feel like that was a good target. I feel like we still, if I had more contracts, I would probably set one up at 50, but I only had one left. So I was targeting the 200 moving average there on the 1 minute chart. And so look, we hit it. 10-point bounce instantly. If we get through there, you'll probably get a little push up to the 50s. That's kind of what I really wanted to target, but I just didn't. There was so many points. I just didn't want it to have a big pullback off the 200 moving average. So that was actually the first big trade of the day. That was for 70 points. So just trading those few micros, we're up 229 now. So we were able to grind it back after being down 174 this morning. I'm still thinking maybe the 50 is still your target if you had a runner. That's what I would like to hold for. Like I said, man, this move happens every day. You just don't know when. But every day we get the pull back to the 50%. And it's always around lunchtime too. Sometime between what? 10:30 to 1. I thought we were going to get it back over here this morning. I tried to get in long over here for that, but it just kept getting rejected at the 700. But unfortunately, I don't ever take these on my funded account, these setups. I usually only do these on evals. So this is where we push through the 9 and 21 EMA. You just push right above the 21. Then your next candle will push back into the 9 and you find support there. And then what it is, I try to get long once we get right back above the 21 again. And that's where we got long at 61. So that's how I entered that trade. I don't, like I said, I don't do these type of setups on funded accounts, but I do take these on evals. I don't really know what the win percentages is or anything like that, but so that worked out perfect. We took our trade off at the 200 moving average, and we've already starting to pull back almost 30 points, 20 points. So that was a nice target. Yeah, I wish I had the confidence to take those on funded trades, Outer, because I usually get fairly big trades with those on evals. Mostly all my big trades on evals, most times that's how I enter them. Especially late in the morning like this, when you know that we could possibly target that 50% mark. Or a lot of times I'll do it and target, say, the 50 moving average or the 200 moving average or something above there. It has made it a little easier using Quantower once I have those messaging stop popping up. So last week when I started using Quantower for the first time, I every time I hit it, those messages would pop up. Because what it is, I don't really like the way Quantower puts the orders on the board. They're all separated all over the place. So I'm not as fast with Quantower as I am with putting orders and taking orders off on Ninja. So I do struggle with the Quantower when it comes to that. Yeah, what I've been doing also outer lately is I am still a little aggressive on evals, but with fundeds, we have been super strict with our funded accounts. So like my longest funded count with trades, I've had it longer, but I've already gotten 43 trading days with it. That's how much up and down that we've had that thing. But we stayed super strict. So if we have a red day, we try not to trade on it no more. Then if we, so it's been a grind. The next one below that's 25 trading days. So we've had them for a while. Yeah, I'm hoping to keep those for a while. So hopefully, eventually, I want to get it to them where I can regularly take $500 out of them. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I want to get 5 accounts where I can constantly take $500 out of them every 8 days or every 10 days or something like that. Or if you've had the guts and the money to do like Methodical Man over there trading 20 fundeds, which I don't know if I can clinch that hard to trade 20 counts. It would definitely take some practice to copy trade 20 accounts. Cause I'm over here like copy trading 4 and 5, and I'm just like, oh God, go. So I can't imagine copy trading 20, especially if that crap doesn't work out. 20 is your goal. I'm still fairly new to copy trading. Yeah, I know what you mean. Copy trading 20. Oh, you don't want to copy trade them. You just want to have 20 fundeds. Okay, I got you. I'm still a long ways away. I'm like 15 away. I did have 7 funded accounts. Well, 7 between Apex and Beulah Knox, but I lost one of my funded accounts a couple weeks ago, back in January. Because I picked an account to try to be aggressive on, and it did not work out. So now we're just back to the grind again. So I think that's gonna be my last trade of the day. We're just gonna hold on to the $200 that we are $229 that we have. Looks like we had about $50 in fees today trading micros. Let me see if I can remember that other account that I have that trade with. Let's see. I thought I saved it. Let me log in real quick. There's this other trading platform. What's $100 per account? So here's that other platform that we were talking about where I had that other account that I signed up by accident. I was trying to sign up for two let's see, MNQ. I mean, it looks pretty simple, kind of almost to me. It has a little bit of what do you want to call it? Tradervate feel, where it just has a simple buy sell. Like I said, I have one account here. Here's the account number. But I don't know if it's delayed. I feel like it's delayed. No, it's not. It's on. Yeah. I don't know. We may give it a whirl or something. There we go. Like, I don't mean, I guess I can hit the buy button and see what happens. I'm not even sure how to change contracts on this thing. Like I said, I signed up this by accident, but I set up where I could trade it, I guess, if I just wanted to. And the reason why I don't really worry about it, because with day trade, once you pay for their accounts, they're active for 10 years. So you don't have to worry about that month-to-month fee like you do with the other platforms. That was probably the only thing, my favorite thing about signing up for day trade. You don't have to be in no hurry to trade their stuff. So, I mean, you can spend a year trading one account and you just pay one flat fee. So like this, let's just say I trade this account right here super slow. I can trade this account for a whole year and it will only cost me $12.50. But now they're about $30 because for some reason they don't do a renewal month to month. It's almost like you pay for a funded account, but it's an eval, but it's just a one-time fee for 10 years. So that was probably one things I liked about signing up for their accounts, because you can get some evals and just have data for myself, especially since I take so many trades streaming. And this way it gives me something to trade without messing up my other stuff. Okay, I see. This is how. Okay, so you add contracts right there. Okay. I almost want to hit the buy button just to see. I don't know how you put on like buy sell orders, like, or a profit target or anything. Manage columns. Not really sure. All right, indicators. Okay, I'm not really sure how you set up the I almost want to hit the buy button just to see what it looks like whenever you log in, I guess. Let me move this over here, then move this back. And this is only a web, I guess, a web trading platform. Okay, so we bought a trade, but crap, I don't know how to close a trade. uh, clear. Huh. Oh, I guess I could do it like that. Oh, wow. I'm so lost at this moment, guys. I can't even tell if I'm in a order. Or maybe I didn't activate it or something. Maybe I didn't put it on. Oh, wait. Yes, I did. Crap. I put a sell on and I meant to do a buy. All right. So if I'm in a short, I need to buy contracts. So buy two. All right. So I hope I'm not still in this trade. I don't think I am. So that was that 50% mark. So that's what I was trying to see if I could take that trade up to. Oh, that's difficult. So if I buy here, confirm and send order. Now sell. Sell. I don't like that it doesn't put it on the board. I don't like the fact that it doesn't put the orders resting there. I don't know how to close the trades. Let's see, because we could reverse here. Sorry if I'm just doing this. I'm done trading today, so I was just kind of messing with this. Let's see, sell. I don't know how to close the trades. Sorry about that. I was looking to see how I close. Real. I was trying to find the close button here. Click sell button. I don't know. It still shows me I'm in it. Change login. What the crap? Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Yeah. I was looking for, like, I don't understand how you stop a trade to happen. No. No. 1 minute. Yeah. It's destroying my $11 account. I don't think I'll ever use this trading platform, guys. I just wanted to show you. This is where I made a mistake and accidentally bought this account by accident. Let's see. Uh-oh. Did I lose the account? Oh, there it is. Wow, that thing hit right on the target of that 53. Just cross the buttons on the history. Balance, utilize, funded. Ooh, we're selling off now. That's a nice little bounce spot. Hmm. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever really messed with this thing. Outer. All right. I'm gonna see if it'll let me sell. No, it didn't. Now, so I don't know if it closes it out if it hits that or not. Hmm. There. Do you see a closed position somewhere? Ah, position.
Alan Baker.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we'll look at it in a minute. It's okay. Yeah, let me find the button so I can probably do that. Yeah, I'll find it. Like I said, I seriously doubt I'll be using this platform. Excuse me. Watching this 5-minute breakout here. All right. Positions. All right, let's see if I can find this position thing again. Just watching, guys. Just watching. All right. Okay. Finally got it closed. Even though we're down quite a bit. That's okay. At least we know. So click over to order history. Right click. Focused. We'll have to let this one work itself out. These take a little bit longer. These are on the 5-minute, guys. The 5 minutes here. Focused. It's fun to trade, guys. Fun to trade. So, come on, it's so close. 30 points on the funded counts. Come on. God, I want to go to break even so bad right here. Man. I don't really want it to come back and close me out or stop me out for break even. I'll take the 20 points, guys. So, no, you didn't. Come on. Oh, yeah. 30 points, baby. Heck yeah. All right. This was a funded account, guys. These are the trades that I've been waiting on like all day long. Woof. 5-minute breakout had me sweating over here. If any of you guys are listening, Methodical Man, he's taking those too. So that was my phone going off. That was the Methodical Man alert. In case I wasn't paying attention, I got the Methodical Man text. Like, he's like, 5-minute setup is happening. Get ready. Oh, goodness. And I actually could have got a better entry. I didn't realize I was on a freaking, what do you call it? I was on the minis and it wouldn't let me enter, so I had to do a real switch. Son, I don't want to lose any money off of this. We've had a really nice funded account trade day. So right now we're up $750 on our funded account today. And these are taking only 5-minute breakouts for 30 points. Looking for 30 points. So either you're getting a 30-point loser or a 30-point winner. And this is why we haven't been trading our funded accounts so much. I wish I had my Apex account set up because that would have got me a payout. But being FOMC and whatchamacallit, we're probably not going to trade Apex this week. We're just going to stick strictly to this Beulah Knox funded accounts. I'm hoping 80 holds here. But we could push all the way back into that 5-minute trend line, though. So that's up at the 90s. So. Oh, well. So we'll finish the funded account with 745. And it's probably going to offer another entry, I would think. Man, I was really hoping to get these runners with those 2 micros. I wanted to target the 34s down there for the IBL, then this bottom wick at the 600, but did not happen. So this should put us in a nice position moving forward, because if we say we take a losing trade tomorrow of $600, we'll still be up. So that puts us in a really good position moving forward. I took a funded trade with that same Beulah Knox account earlier on a smaller 5-minute breakout, but I only got 20 points off of it. I didn't get the full 30 points. So a lot of times, if you see me leaving my charts up here like this, I'll still leave them streaming. What it is, I'm sitting around waiting for the 5-minute breakout to happen. And to me, this is my favorite time. I don't know what it is. I feel like this is every good trade that I've had with this 5-minute breakout comes between, well, I guess 12 and 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock my time. It's slow, but you know, it kind of gives you a better idea which way the market's going, just because it's not crazy wicking back and forth. It's just a nice slow movement. Man, we could have had $1,000 day if we had those runners. That's what I was really hoping for, because we would have got, I would have been targeting 600 down here, and that would have been 85 points plus another 50 points here. So, man, it would have been a good runner day. And it still could happen. A lot of times you do get the, excuse me, the pullback into the trend. All right, so this was the 5 minutes here. We tried to get long right before 90, but I got in about 4 points too short because, like I said, I was on minis and it wouldn't let me enter, and I didn't realize it. So I had to switch over to micros, because what it is, we're trading 10 micros on this 50K. This is a 50K funded. So we're risking $600 to basically make $600. So kind of high, but you got to think, you got to make, I think, $3,700 on the 50K with Beulah Knox, or 3,600 or something like that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I don't want to stay here and continue trading, so it was a fairly good morning worth of trading. I did finally get that one count closed, but we're also already down a couple $100 on that thing, so we'll probably just end up blowing that and canceling it, so I don't ever have to think about going back over to that page. You too, Outer. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, I don't know. We're not really sure if we're going to do fundeds unless we do get this good setup. Because like I said, Papa Powell's on tomorrow. Excuse me. So it could be super choppy before the FOMC meeting at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Which I think we may stream just because, you know, I like watching all the crazy price action that we get. Just trade one micro. That may be even a plan. Just trade 1 or 2 micros tomorrow. Wow, look at this crazy reversal. Man, all the way back up to the Fibonacci 50%. We traded back almost 100 points. 50 to right at almost 50. 100 points swing down off of that 50% area. Let's see, where is one charts? Oh well. All right, guys, everyone have a good evening.